Alright, so I'm out here in my garage with my 82 Honda Magna motorcycle. It's first year Honda made this particular motorcycle. It's a V4 shaft driven, liquid cooled. Well, this thing has been sitting in a barn for the past, I don't know, 6 years. It's actually my first motorcycle. I bought this about 2006 from a guy, rode it all around college, and then had kids, and it sat in my father-in-law's barn for about 6 years. So I finally got it back, worked it over, got everything up, and then the choke cable broke on it. So we're gonna fix the choke cable tonight. This is a 10-fingered shop teacher, just kind of having fun in this garage. So choke cable usually connects right up here. So let's go ahead and pull that apart. This is also the master cylinder for the clutch. Ooh, that's on there tight. So I'm hoping we can get to that choke housing from here. Yeah. So a little bit about these bikes. This one is a 750cc. Like I said, it's a V4, so there are 4 cylinders on this puppy. 4 different carburetors on this, and I've already pulled the carb off and cleaned it, so that doesn't need to be done right now. Shaft driven, liquid cooled, so it's a nice ride. Alright, so there's our harness, so we need to get that piece out of the choke. So I'm going to go ahead and just, so this doesn't flop around, kind of put that back on there. And the way that works is you just have a little boss in there that it hooks to, and then the cable wraps around, and that operates the choke. So we need to get that sucker out of there. Use this screwdriver. See if I can't coax it out. Might need to get something a little bit slimmer. Oh, there we go. Get rid of that sucker. We don't need it anymore. Now we got to get this old choke cable out. So that's actually going to take the, it's going to require us taking part of the tank off. So the tank is on here with tins. There's a couple tins on each side. Hold the tank on. Now, a couple words of caution before I move further in this. First, we need to take the seat off, because this tank is actually on a hinge. And second, we want to carefully take these plastic panels off. This is 39-year-old bike. They don't make those plastic panels anymore. If they snap, they snap. So now we can pull our tank up, and there is a arm to rest on there. So now there's the airbox. And here is our choke cable right here. So what I am going to do, I need a flathead to undo it in here. Actually, get you a better view. So here is the choke arm, and here is where the choke cable connects. So I'm just going to undo that and pull it out there and put the new one in. Alright, so we're going to undo the clamp. Doesn't have to be a lot. We're going to pull give me a little bit of slack. Pull that piece out. Pull the choke out. Now, before we go ripping this out, the thing I like to do is get the replacement piece. Assuming that this is the correct length, let's go ahead and connect that and replace that on this end. So I can kind of chase the old choke as I put the new choke in. This thing's always a bear to get in. Especially when you're not standing right in the way of the camera. Alright, so go ahead and put that clamp back on. Get my screwdriver. Clamp that choke back down. And we're going to come around. Work from this side now. And we're going to follow this choke out the panel here through the head. So that actually looks pretty easy to pull through. So we're just going to go ahead and pull that through. Actually, let's take this off. I don't like taking those plastic pieces off unless I have to. This one's starting to crack. Yeah. Plastic gets brittle as it ages. Alright, so we're just going through here. And it's pretty easy. We're going to come up. Make sure there's no kinks. And I believe it is just going through here. There's the old one. And then we'll just go right in here. Into this clip. And then now all we have to do is connect it back up to its mating surface. And we should be good. So, come over here. Go ahead and take this piece off because we're gonna need this piece to thread that back onto the new cable. So we're gonna let that hang for just a second, and we're going to thread that through. Oh, wrong hole. Thread that through and just thread it on. And drop everything in the process. Okay. And dent everything in the process, apparently. Alright. So bring this back up. Next thing we need to do is get this back in the slide. That'll just go right back in there. Like that. This will go back here. Like such. Go ahead and just start it by hand, so I don't have to stand here and hold it. Alright. And before I get any further on that, I'm going to go ahead and put this back together. Let's tighten up the master cylinder bolts. We can come back over here, look this way. I'll put the seat and the covers back on, no problem.